Let's talk about hair. Anybody who knows me knows that I am a skin and hair fanatic, and not just like, I just like a lot of products or things. I like to make sure that my skin and hair are extremely healthy. I like healthy hair and skin, okay? And when it comes to hair, I am very particular on who I let in my head. I don't let any and everybody in my head. And there's a number of reasons for that. And the first reason is I want to remind us of some of the lessons that we got from our ancestors. Well, at least mine. I can only talk about FBA parents and grandparents because both my parents are FBA, so I can only talk about that. But our parents and grandparents did not throw away the hair from the combs and brushes. They burned it. They burned it because they told us that if someone with ill intentions got a hold of our hair, they could do things to us spiritually. Because hair is a very spiritual thing, okay? You can't just let any and everybody in your head. Dr. Francis Cress Wilson talks about that hair is an antenna. It is how you communicate with God, the ancestors, the higher power, your higher self, source, whatever you want to call it. That is how you communicate. That is how they send messages to you and talk to you. So you can't let any and everybody touch your communicator, your spiritual translator. You can't let anybody come in between that. And on the health side, in the health of the actual hair, I don't let any and everybody in my head because, well, let's go back to the spiritual side. When I was a kid, my mom got a haircut by someone who I believe did not have good intentions for my mom's hair. And her hair was never the same. And that is something that I never forgot. You can't let everybody touch in your head who do not have growing hands intentions for your hair. You can't. They can disrupt the growth. They can disrupt your communication. They can disrupt so many things by you letting them, because you got to invite them. Just like sinners, you got to invite them to touch on your head. So you are letting them touch on your head. When it comes to the health and growth of the hair, you can't let somebody who's not sensitive, who does not take time, who is not going to be gentle, touch in your head, especially if you're a natural black woman. We got kinks and coils and curls and all this kind of stuff that you can't be just snatching combs and brushes through our hair like nothing. You got to take time. There's going to be some naps that you're going to have to take time and get your fingers in there and separate that you're not going to be able to use a comb with or a brush with. You're going to have to take time and separate that. I don't want somebody going at my hair dry with a fine-tooth comb. If somebody ever came at me with a fine-tooth comb and my hair is dry and not pressed, I already know you do not mean the best for me. And you can get out of my head. Okay? So I don't understand why you're letting someone with those type of intentions in your head, okay? Who's not going to sit there and take time and watch your hair grow. Okay? Then y'all letting people with no edges snatch your edges. No. I'm very protective of my edges. I don't play these games with my edges. Okay? How you let somebody with no edges sit there and catch up and braid every single hair on your forehead, your sideburns, all your baby hairs? You letting them pull all them hairs so tight that when y'all leave there, you can't even close your eyes. A person who braids that tight can't braid my hair. I don't want you in my head because I like my edges. And I'm not going to offend them by letting you snatch them out. There is never a style that I want over the health of my hair. Never. You have to listen to your hair when it's talking to you. You can't tell your hair what to do. Your hair tells you what to do. And you have to listen to it, or it will decide to leave you. So, y'all sitting there thinking that y'all could tell the hair what to do, or you could tell somebody else to tell your hair what to do, and your hair is going to listen. Oh, it may look pretty for a few minutes, or a few days, a few weeks, but minutes in the scale, in the grand scheme of things. But in the end, your hair will suffer. And we should never be about a style that is at the detriment of our natural hair. Never. I had locks. Everybody knows I had locks. They were nice, big, pretty locks. Heavy. And that's why I got rid of them. I make jokes all the time that your hair talks to you. And you have to listen to it when it's talking to you. And I felt like my hair was telling me, baby, if you keep it going, we're going to leave you. And I did not want to divorce from my edges. But some of y'all are letting people who are already divorced from their edges divorce you from your edges. Why? How? I'm sitting there watching these videos. Y'all sitting there arguing, going back and forth, cursing people out. How you going to curse somebody out and let them finish your head? Hair is like food. I'm not sending my food back, you know what I'm saying, multiple times, because I already know you want to do something to the food. I don't want it no more. I'm leaving the restaurant. Just give my money back. Same thing with the hair. If me and you arguing like that, no, we good. You don't got to touch my hair. I don't want you to do my hair. I'm good, because I don't think you have growing hairs and good intentions for my hair. And so, I just wanted to give you some auntie lessons from our parents and grandparents and remind you of how we used to do things.